Before we begin, I want you to do something simple. Tonight, when the sun goes down, step outside, look up, and stare at the moon. That silent object hanging in the sky looks calm, peaceful, almost decorative. But here's the truth. Most people never realize. If the moon did not exist, you wouldn't either. Not just humans, not animals, not forests, not oceans. Earth itself would be unrecognizable. No stable climate, no reliable seasons, no long-lasting life. Today, we're uncovering one of the greatest untold stories in planetary history. How the moon didn't just orbit Earth, but saved it. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Earth's Archive, the channel where we uncover the hidden history of our planet and the cosmic forces that shaped everything we see today. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the stories we explore here aren't just facts. They're the reason we exist. To understand why the moon saved Earth, we have to go back more than 4.5 billion years to a time when Earth was nothing like the world we know today. There were no oceans, no blue skies, no life. Earth was a violent, unstable, newborn planet. The surface was molten. Volcanoes covered the globe, asteroids slammed into the planet again and again. Earth was spinning much faster than it does today. Its axis tilted wildly, wobbling like a top about to fall over. Days were shorter, temperatures changed brutally. Nothing stayed calm long enough for life to even attempt survival. Earth was a planet on the edge of failure. And then, something unimaginable happened. A massive object, roughly the size of Mars, collided with the young Earth. Scientists call this object Theia. This was not a gentle collision. This was a planetary catastrophe. Entire regions of Earth vaporized instantly. Rock melted, exploded, and was thrown into space. If you were watching from far away, you would assume Earth had just been destroyed. But out of that destruction, something extraordinary was born. The debris from that colossal impact didn't disappear into the void. It began orbiting Earth. Over time, gravity pulled those fragments together. Slowly, relentlessly, until a single body formed. The moon, not captured from space, not a random visitor, forged from Earth itself. The moon is not a stranger in our sky. It is a part of us, and from the moment it formed, it began changing Earth's fate. Before the moon existed, Earth's rotation was chaotic. Its tilt shifted unpredictably, and without a stable tilt, a planet's climate becomes violent. One era could be frozen solid, another could burn under relentless heat. But the moon acted like a cosmic anchor. Its gravitational pull stabilized Earth's axis. That single fact changed everything. Earth settled into a tilt of about 23.5 degrees. The reason we have predictable seasons, balanced climates, and long-term stability. Without the moon, Earth's tilt could swing from nearly zero to extreme angles over time. Entire oceans could freeze, continents could scorch. Life would never survive long enough to evolve. But the moon didn't stop there. Its gravity reached out to Earth's oceans, pulling them back and forth. This created tides. Early Earth's tides were far more powerful than what we see today. They surged across coastlines, flooding land and retreating again and again. These repeating wet-dry cycles mixed chemicals, concentrated nutrients, and created environments where complex molecules could form. Many scientists believe life itself may have begun in these tidal zones. Without the moon, Earth's oceans would be far calmer. Too calm. No strong tides, no chemical mixing, no birthplace for life. And there's something else the moon did, something rarely talked about. It acted as a silent protector. By stabilizing Earth's rotation and orbit, it reduced extreme gravitational chaos in the inner solar system. The moon absorbed countless impacts over billions of years. Its surface still bears the scars. Some of those impacts could have struck Earth instead. The moon didn't just light our nights. It stood between Earth and extinction. So when you look up at the moon, remember this. It is not just a rock in the sky. It is the reason Earth became calm enough for life. The reason oceans behaved. The reason climate stayed stable. The reason evolution had time to work, and this is only the beginning. Now, let's imagine something unsettling. Imagine that tonight you look up at the sky, and the moon is gone. No explosion, no warning, just absence. At first, most people wouldn't panic. The night would be darker, sure. The stars would shine brighter, but life would go on, or so it would seem. Because the real danger wouldn't arrive instantly. It would arrive slowly, silently, and relentlessly. Without the moon, Earth would lose its stabilizer. That invisible gravitational grip holding our planet steady would vanish, and Earth would begin to change. At first, the changes would be subtle. Earth's axis would start to wobble. Again, just slightly, but over thousands of years that wobble would grow stronger. The tilt of our planet would no longer stay near 23.5 degrees. It could drift, shift, swing wildly. And when a planet's tilt changes, everything changes with it. Seasons would become extreme. Summers would grow unbearably hot. Winters would become devastatingly cold. In some eras, Earth's tilt could reach angles so extreme that entire hemispheres would point directly at the sun. Imagine one side of the planet locked in endless daylight, while the other freezes in permanent darkness. Ice sheets would creep toward the equator, then retreat violently. Forests would collapse. Ecosystems would shatter. Species wouldn't have time to adapt. Mass extinctions wouldn't be rare events anymore. They would become routine. And then there are the oceans. Without the moon, tides would weaken dramatically. The powerful pull that lifts and drops the seas every day would fade. Coastal ecosystems, coral reefs, mangroves, tidal flats, would begin to die. These regions are some of the most biologically productive places on Earth. They're nurseries for life. Without tides, ocean water would stagnate near coastlines. Nutrients wouldn't circulate the same way. Life in the oceans would begin to collapse from the edges inward, but the effects wouldn't stop at biology. They would reach deep into Earth itself. The moon doesn't just pull on the oceans, it pulls on the planet's crust. That constant gravitational flexing helps release internal heat over time. Without it, Earth's internal dynamics would slowly change. Volcanic activity patterns could shift, tectonic rhythms could alter. Earth would become a different kind of planet. Less active, less balanced, less alive, and then there's time itself. The moon has been slowing Earth's rotation for billions of years. Long ago, a day on Earth lasted just a few hours. The moon's gravity gradually lengthened our days to the stable 24-hour cycle we know now. Without the moon, Earth's rotation would behave differently. Day length could become less predictable over geological timescales, circadian rhythms, the internal clocks of living organisms would be disrupted. Life depends on regular cycles of light and dark. Break those cycles, and biology begins to unravel. But perhaps the most overlooked consequence would be psychological. Human civilization is deeply connected to the moon, our calendars, our myths, our navigation, our earliest science. The moon guided ancient travelers. across deserts and oceans. It shaped religious rituals and agricultural cycles. Remove it, and you remove a fundamental anchor in human history. The night sky would feel wrong, empty, unfamiliar. And then there's protection. The moon's gravity influences the paths of nearby objects. Its presence alters trajectories. Some asteroids that might otherwise be nudged toward Earth are deflected or intercepted. Without the moon, Earth becomes more exposed, more vulnerable, more alone. Over millions of years, impact rates could increase. One large enough collision would be all it takes to reset life again, and now comes the most chilling realization of all. Earth doesn't just benefit from having a moon. Earth benefits from having this moon. Its size, its distance, its orbit, all nearly perfect. Too close, and tides would be catastrophic. Too far, and they'd be useless. Too small, and Earth would wobble. Too large, and Earth's rotation would slow too much. This balance is unbelievably rare. In fact, when scientists study other planets, they don't find anything quite like it. Mars has tiny moons, too small to matter. Venus has none, and its rotation is chaotic. Mercury has none, and its environment is brutal. Earth is different, not because it's lucky, but because it has a partner, a silent companion that has shaped every chapter of its history. And the most incredible part? The moon didn't just save Earth once. It's still saving it. Every single day, every stable season, every predictable tide. Every year that life continues without planetary chaos. The moon is working, quietly, relentlessly, faithfully. And in the next part, we're going to explore something even deeper. We're going to ask a question that changes everything. Was Earth always meant to have a moon like this, or was this one of the rarest cosmic coincidences in the universe? Because the answer may tell us whether Earth is common or unbelievably special. Now, we have to ask the question that changes everything. Was Earth always meant to have a moon like this, or did we get unimaginably lucky? Because when scientists look out into the universe, they don't just see stars. They see patterns. And Earth's situation stands out in a way that's almost uncomfortable. Let's start with something simple. Moons, or common. Jupiter has dozens. Saturn has even more. Even small asteroids can have tiny moons. But large moons orbiting rocky planets? That's rare. Extremely rare. Earth's moon is enormous compared to the planet it orbits. In fact, it's the largest moon-to-planet size ratio in the entire solar system. That alone raises questions. Because forming a moon like this isn't easy, requires a very specific kind of disaster. A collision big enough to eject massive amounts of material, but not so big that it destroys the planet. The impact angle must be just right. The speed must be just right. The timing must be just right. 2. Early, and the moon never forms properly. Too late, and Earth is already unstable. Miss any one of these conditions, and Earth never gets its guardian. When scientists simulate planet formation on supercomputers, they run thousands of scenarios. Most planets end up moonless. Some get small moons. Very few get anything remotely like Earth's, and almost none get one that lands in such a perfect orbit. This suggests something unsettling. Earth's moon may not be normal. It may be extraordinary, and that realization leads to an even bigger implication. If Earth's stability depends on the moon, and if moons like this are rare, then Earth-like worlds may be far rarer than we ever assumed. This directly affects how we think about life in the universe. For decades, scientists searched for planets in the so-called habitable zone, the region around a star where liquid water can exist, But now we know that's not enough. A planet can be in the perfect location and still be uninhabitable. Without a stabilizing moon, a planet's climate can be wildly chaotic. Life may start, but never last. Evolution requires time. Billions of years of relative calm. Earth had that time, not because the universe was gentle, but because the moon made it gentle. Now look at Venus. Venus is nearly the same size as Earth. It formed in the same region of the solar system. Yet it has no moon, and Venus is a nightmare. Its rotation is slow and chaotic. Its atmosphere is crushing. Its surface temperature can melt lead. Venus may once have had water. It may once have been Earth-like. But without a moon to stabilize it, everything went wrong. Mars tells a similar story. It may have once had oceans, rivers, a thicker atmosphere, but its tiny moons were useless. Too small to stabilize tilt, too weak to shape climate. Mars lost its atmosphere. Its water froze or escaped. Life, if it ever existed, didn't stand a chance. Earth avoided those fates. Not because it was stronger, but because it had help. And now comes the most profound thought of all. The moon didn't just save Earth physically, it shaped intelligence itself. Consider this. Stable. Seasons allowed agriculture. Agriculture allowed civilizations. Civilizations allowed science. Science allowed us to look back at the moon and finally understand what it did for us. Without the moon, human history doesn't happen. No farming cycles. No predictable weather. No long-term planning. No cities. No writing. No technology. The moon shaped not just biology, but destiny. And here's something even deeper. The moon's presence allowed night to exist as we know it, a soft, illuminated darkness. Not total blackness. This influenced animal behavior, navigation, hunting patterns, even human psychology. The moon gave rhythm to the night. It taught early humans to track time. Months exist because of the moon. Our earliest calendars were lunar. Time itself, as humans first understood it, was written in moonlight. So, when we ask whether Earth was lucky, the answer is both simple and terrifying. Yes. Earth was unbelievably lucky, but luck alone doesn't explain everything, because once the moon formed, it stayed for billions of years. Its orbit remained stable. Its distance changed slowly, predictably. Nothing knocked it away. Nothing shattered it. In a chaotic universe filled with collisions and destruction, that kind of long-term stability is astonishing. It suggests that Earth didn't just survive randomness. It threaded a needle through cosmic chaos. And now we're here, standing on a planet that should not exist the way it does, looking up at a moon that quietly made it all possible. And this leads us to the final question. What happens next? The moon is slowly drifting away from Earth, about the width of a fingernail each year. One day, billions of years from now, its influence will weaken. Tides will fade. Earth's stability will change again. Nothing lasts forever. Even guardians. Now, as we look forward, we realize that the moon's story is far from over. Its influence, subtle yet profound, continues to shape our planet every single day. Even now, as you watch this video, the moon is tugging at Earth's oceans, guiding the tides, and quietly stabilizing the tilt of our planet. It's a force so gentle we hardly notice it, yet so essential that without it, life as we know it would be impossible. Every year, the moon drifts away just a few centimeters. It's a slow, silent journey, imperceptible in human lifetimes, but over millions of years this movement will matter. The rhythm of days will change, the timing of tides will shift, and the very dynamics of Earth's rotation could evolve. But for now, the Moon remains our planet's steady companion, ensuring that seasons stay predictable, oceans remain dynamic, and life has a chance to thrive. Think about that for a moment. Every calm ocean, every fertile coastline, every forested valley, every stable season owes its existence to this silent, steadfast guardian in the sky. The Moon has orchestrated life's survival on Earth for billions of years. It turned a violent, molten, unstable world into a cradle of life. It gave our oceans the power to mix and nurture, our skies the rhythm of predictable seasons, and our planet the stability required for evolution to flourish. Without the Moon, the story of Earth would be far darker. Entire continents could have frozen, only to be scorched in the next tilt swing. Oceans could have stagnated. Life could have struggled to take hold, and humanity itself might never have emerged. The Moon didn't just protect Earth physically. It allowed life to exist long enough to evolve intelligence, curiosity, and consciousness. That brings us to something remarkable: the Moon's influence on humans, our civilizations, our calendars, our very perception of time. They are written in the patterns of the Moon. Months exist because of it. Ancient cultures tracked its phases, learned from its cycles, and structured their lives around it. Navigation, agriculture, mythology, and astronomy. All of these were shaped directly or indirectly by the Moon. The Moon didn't just save Earth, it shaped human destiny. Yet the story doesn't end there. The Moon has been drifting away for billions of years, and eventually its gravitational hold will weaken. The tides we take for granted today will change. The length of a day may shift. The rhythms that sustain life and shape our planet's balance will gradually transform. Nothing in the universe is permanent. Even our celestial guardian is on a journey, a slow evolution that reminds us of the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. But here's the extraordinary truth. Despite this slow drift, the Moon continues to work tirelessly. Its pull, its presence, its orbit, all of it continues to maintain the conditions that make Earth habitable. Every calm night, every gentle tide, every predictable season is a gift from this celestial partner. And it's a gift that has persisted across billions of years of cosmic chaos. When we gaze at the Moon tonight, we are not just seeing a rock in the sky. We are witnessing the silent story of survival, of stability, of life itself. The Moon is our planet's guardian, our companion, and a reminder of the rare and incredible conditions that made life possible. It has witnessed the rise of oceans, the birth of continents, the first sparks of life, and now the rise of human civilization. And it is still watching, still guiding, still shaping the world in ways most of us never consider. But there's more. This story is only one part of a much larger narrative, because Earth is not alone in the cosmos. There are countless planets, countless stars, countless moons, and yet very few worlds have what we have. The Moon's size, its orbit, its timing, it's almost a cosmic miracle. Mars, Venus, Mercury, all rocky planets, all lacking. Moons of comparable influence, all unable to maintain the stability that Earth enjoys. This raises profound questions. How rare is a world like ours? How unique is the delicate balance that allowed life to flourish here? And what does that mean for the rest of the universe? These are not just scientific curiosities. They are profound truths about existence. The Moon is a reminder that life depends on delicate, intricate, and often unseen forces, that survival is rarely simple, that intelligence, consciousness, and civilization arise not just from chance, but from a series of cosmic conditions almost too precise to imagine. So, what can we take away from this? First, we must marvel at the moon not as a mere object in the sky, but as the architect of our world's story. Second, we must understand that our planet's stability is not guaranteed. The moon's slow drift, the cosmic forces around us, and the universe's unpredictability remind us of how fragile life truly is. And finally, we must remain curious, aware, and inspired, because the universe has countless secrets yet to reveal. Here at Earth's Archive, we are just beginning to uncover those stories. Stories of planets, moons, and celestial forces that shaped the universe and continue to shape life on Earth. And the moon's story is only the beginning. In upcoming videos, we'll explore hidden worlds, cosmic collisions, and celestial phenomena that are stranger and more incredible than you can imagine. So stay tuned, stay curious, and stay with us. The journey is far from over. Every episode brings us closer to understanding not just the universe, but our place within it. And the moon's story reminds us of something powerful. Life is rare, survival is a miracle, and the universe is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. If this video gave you a new perspective on the moon, on Earth, or on the incredible forces that make life possible, then make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share this video with friends, family, and anyone who needs a reminder of how extraordinary our world really is. Because at Earth's Archive, we don't just tell stories, we reveal the universe's secrets, one incredible revelation at a time. The Titan, moon, saved Earth, and in understanding it, we understand ourselves. And that, my friends, is just the beginning of the story. Stay with us, because the next journey we take may completely change the way you see the cosmos forever.